Morning, it's Saturday November, but it's still pretty cold today. But we are going to weigh some pigs. Well, I say we, I'm on my own, so I'm going to weigh some pigs this morning. Yeah, we'll get started.
So the first pig in the scales is 73 kilos. We're looking for about 75 kilo live weight, so I put a green dot on his bum. She tempted me with a bit of food, so it'll take him a little while to go out. So he'll be just about ready for Wednesday, which is the next time he could go to the abattoir.
He'll be just about ready for Wednesday, so about 72 kilo live weight on a Saturday. By Wednesday, which is the day we would sort of take him to the abattoir, he'd be about 75 maybe, which gives about a 55 kilo carcass. And these would be for a customer who wants whole pigs, and they want them between 55 and 60. So depending if they want them this week, next week, that'll probably suit okay.
Not quite sure how well you can see the scales, but he's about 64, 66. So he's not going to be ready this week, or probably not even next week. So he's not going to get a mark. So he'll just go straight through the scales. And this guy's going to try and come back in. Well, this one's already been weighed, but obviously the reason he's ready is because he loves his food. He's very food motivated, and there's still some in the scales, so he's going to make the most of that and just go back in the scales. So most of the time they're pretty much just walking on their own, just because they want the extra little bit of a food, and they want to get a bit over the others really, so they're quite competitive. So we'll just give him a sec and he can go back out the way he came in after reverse out. There's actually quite a bit of food in the belt, so it might take him a while. But I'm not in a rush, so that's fine. Hello, pig. Hello, my darling. He's nearly out. So it's just a sheep scales really, but we use it as much for pigs as we do for sheep, I guess. So as a hand, I'll just be here to open and shut the gate. So I'm not pushing them out or anything, so I'm on my own. So I've just got to let them take their time, and then they step up into the scales. See, this guy is tiny. He's a little runt. So he's only like mid-50s, so he's not getting a mark either. He's going to be quite a while till he's ready. Guy's already keen to come in. Come on, my pig. We're getting a different one. Yeah, that's my welly you're trying to eat. Fine, come into the scale. Sometimes if they're a bit slow, I've got a bucket of food to hand, and I'll just put a bit of feed in. This guy is 70, well if he stood still I think he'd be about, yeah, he's about 75, 76 already, so he needs a green mark. Find the crayon. So just put a green mark on his bum with like a crayon. You can see we're up to 2 so far that are going to be pretty much spot on for this week. If it's worth taking them, I'm not really keen on taking just 2. It's quite a way. So we'll see how we get on. Oh, we've got another one ready. Come on, pig. See, this guy is about 69, 60. It's quite difficult because they move quite a lot. 67, 69. So he'll probably be ready maybe a week after. So a week Wednesday he might be ready. So what I might do, I put a blue mark on him. And if most of them are going to be ready the following week, I might just let a couple run on and try to do 1 batch rather than 2. If that's alright with the customer, we'll see. I'll talk to them in the week. particular greedy one again, coming back in the scales for the third time, I guess. So you can see they don't mind it at all, because he keeps coming back hitting for more, so it's a little bit annoying, but like I say, I've only got, I think there's 9 in this group, so I've not got loads to do. Anyway, let's go and go back the way you can. This guy's sort of 69, I don't know, 65, 69. I'll put a blue on him just because he's impossible, I think, for nearly a couple of weeks. But he's definitely not going to be ready for Wednesday. One's a solid sort of 73, 74, so he's a green ready. Not the pocket. The pockets are full of stuff. So we're up to 3 that could maybe go this week. We're just out to get a board to move this one because he didn't really seem to want to follow the bucket, which makes sense because he's only 62 kilos. So he's obviously just not particularly food motivated, which is why he's a bit small. Go back in that way, do you? It's a bit silly, to be honest. So at the moment they're queuing up to come back in. Which I guess isn't so bad, but sort of a tad annoying at the same time. How many pigs can we get in a group? No scales, rather. 1.5 so far, but I've got a feeling it might be about to become more than that.
Okay, so just put a little bit of food down so we can talk about it. We've got a couple with green dots, which are going to be about ready for this week.
So we've got some with green dots, which will be about right for this week. So we've got 3 with green dots. And then we've got 3 with blue dots and 3 with no dots. So green dots will be approximately ready for this customer. They want 55 to 60 kilo carcasses. So the green dots are they'll be about 75 live by Wednesday. So that should be about 55, 60. That should be about spot on. So about 75, 76, 77. Live weight gives about the right size carcass for this customer. The ones with a blue dot are sort of mid to high 60s, so week and a half we stand a reasonable chance. And then there's some with no dots, which will be at least another week, maybe even a couple of weeks, to be honest, just because they're just not very food motivated, or they were maybe a bit renty. But we obviously finish whole groups, so
there's 3 with green dots, which will be about right for Wednesday should the customer need them, should we want to do a trip for just 3 of them. There's 3 with blue dots, which are a little bit smaller, so probably a week Wednesday they'd be alright. And then there's 3 with no dots, so they'll be at least a few weeks, maybe even a bit more, to be honest. So we'll be kind of up to Christmas then. I'm not really expecting a massive demand between Christmas and New Year or anything, so they'll probably run into January, I would think. So yeah, that's fine. Like I say, I'm not mad keen on going up for just 3 because it's a good kind of, well, it's a neighbouring county, so it's Ceredigion as opposed to Pembrokeshire. There's no on abattoir unfortunately anymore in Pembrokeshire that actually kill pigs. Which is a bit annoying. There's one for cattle, but not for pigs. They used to do pigs, but not anymore. So we use Tregaron, which is nice actually. It's a really nice small family abattoir, which is great. So they're only killing pigs 1 day a week, and they do sheep and cattle 1 day a week, and then the rest of them they're just cutting and processing, which is really nice. It's a really old-fashioned family-run abattoir who kind of care really. They want to get the job done. which is really nice. I'm not really interested to go to a factory kind of setup. Yeah.
Hey, sweetie. I will I'll move all the scales and stuff out of the way. It's a sort of temporary race I made, and I'll put them back in their pen then. They're actually looking quite nice, to be honest. So I'm just going to move before he eats it. Good pig. So yeah, they're looking quite good out in the. It's nice to see them outside, really. Most pigs don't see the outside world, and these live outside, so it's obviously something we do different to a lot of people, and they do grow slower and stuff, but I don't know, it suits us and it suits our customers as well, which is great. But you can see they're good looking pigs, really. They're not over fat, and they're not, you know, pedigree Welsh all the way, really. It's they're a really hardy pig that can live outside, and they thrive outside, you know, so they can cope. People always say to me, well, you've got pink pigs, you can't keep them outside, they're going to get sunburned in the summer, and they'll get cold in the winter because they've not got hair. You know, obviously they've got some hair, so it's not really an issue for us. And hello, pig. I've just got this one investigating me at the moment, so they're obviously quite calm and docile. So yeah, they're obviously pretty calm and docile. Yeah, they're obviously very calm, docile pigs, but they're also really good sort of meat pigs. You know, they've got the meat in the right places, they've got length, and people really enjoy eating them, which, see, is what we really have to have. We have to keep rare breeds. People have to eat them, otherwise they won't survive. And some people don't understand, like the vegetarians and stuff. They just think, oh yeah, well, these animals would be just better off without people eating them. But in reality, no one would keep them. Pigs they're not a cheap animal to keep. You know, you can't just bung them out in a field and hope for the best, because it doesn't work like that. They actually need to be fed, and they're expensive. So you have got to eat them. You know, it's and obviously that means we can keep a pedigree breeding herd, and we can offer pedigree pork for sale, and people know everything about it. They know, you know, we can tell them their mother and father, and you know, they can see on our, you know, photos and videos and stuff. They can see exactly how we farm them, and they know exactly what they're getting, and you know, and the quality of the pigs, you know, speak for themselves, really. Like even that small guy here, you know, he's nowhere near ready, but you can see he's got the right sort of shape coming. And then, you know, they've really got, they're a good looking pig. They're a proper pig with, you know, a proper amount of meat in the right places. So they've got good length, which obviously where your chops come from along the back, and they've got a serious back end. So it's where all your kind of gammon and ham and, you know, all that sort of stuff comes from. And they're just generally a really good pig. You can see they're not fat at all. They've got really nice marbling, and because we grow them quite slowly, they're marbled, and they've got fat, and they've got a bit of a layer of fat on the outside, but they're not like some rare breeds that are just, you know, like 2 or 3 inches of fat, you know, because no one wants to eat that nowadays. Whereas these are a really good pig that produces good pork that people really want to eat. So playful as ever, they've just opened up the hurdles and moved it, so I've just quickly clipped a few more on and contained them briefly. Just want to move the rest of this out of the way. So like I say, a mix of destructive and food motivated usually does the job. So I've got most of them. I think there's one left. Oh, it's weirdly one of the green dot ones, so he is normally food motivated, given he's bigger. I think he's obviously enjoying the destructive elements of hurdles that are easily bashable. Come on then, pig. Go on. Do you know where your brothers are? If you walk across that, it's going to be tricky for you. If you walk round it, it'll be easier. Come on then. I don't really need to get bored, do I? Oh, they're starting to come out, which is quite irritating.
Baisser la vitre, rassurer l'ami que j'ai changé de vie. Y'a rien qui est acquis, des fois t'es l'abîme, tu perds la vie. Les caméras filment, mais j'ai pas envie de dévoiler ma vie. J'ai changé d'avis pour changer l'avenir, des années à vivre.